I'm gassed. I'm actually excited now. Like, I'm
Yeah,
fucking
that's
gassed. Like,
great.
definitely. I mean, you're not one of these 100k followers. Let me just rinse everyone's bank account and send them some copy and pasted thing trading, and you want other people to win from it as well.
Yeah,
Like
the
when I
network.
think of hopping on call with you, it's like, oh, I'm speaking to my mate Frankie again, not I'm speaking to my mentor that's stealing my money. Fine, like yeah, it's not a hard strategy at all. Anyone can do it if you do what you say to do.
Thanks for hopping on the call anyway, bro. Really
Yeah, that's
appreciate
right.
you taking time out of your day to come and do this.
Yeah, no worries. That's right.
100%, bro. So what actually like led you to make the decision on getting started with me? Like what actually made you take action? Because we went back and forth for a while, didn't we, bro?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the main thing was like I I I had a rough idea of what I was doing, but I didn't have well, one, a set strategy. It was
Yeah.
just like a bit of everything, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then, well, mainly the guidance, like the one to one, is mainly what got me into it because everything I've done throughout my life, and I've have like one to one, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, that support and
Um,
that kind of accountability factor, would you say?
Yeah, and having someone that knows, well, you're in the position where you're making money from it, so it's like I can take advice from someone who's done it. They know what they're doing.
100%. I always tell people that because it's funny when it comes to like even in terms of gym and in terms of fitness and stuff, you can
Mm.
relate this to anything in life. It's pretty much like, why would you take advice from someone who's not in the position you want to be in? It makes no sense,
Doesn't,
bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here, like, you probably have people in your life or out of shape people tell you that doing this or eating this is wrong. I'm like, just look at your physique, you're fat,
yeah,
you're out of shape. Why would I take advice from you, bro? I'm actually in better
yeah,
shape from you. Same with most PTs. I notice a lot of the time nowadays, guys get into the PT space, online coaching or whatever, and most of the coaches online are out of shape.
um, yeah.
You know, how
Their
can you make content?
customers are better shape.
Exactly. So yeah, I 100% get that, bro. Like the relatability factor with someone who's actually in the position, that you want to be in. And then just,
Yeah, 100%.
finding someone who you resonate with. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it. Like,
literally.
would you say
Yeah,
like you found me over other people as someone who you can like kind of relate with, resonate with? And then
yeah, definitely. I mean, you're not one of these 100k followers. Let me just rinse everyone's bank account and send them some copy and pasted thing. Like
yeah,
it's a
100%.
we're on the call now. It's one to one. You don't get this from everyone else. Like you're a normal person who's
Yeah.
successful with trading, and you want other people to win from it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
That's like the big difference. Is when I seen your amount of followers, I thought, well, if he's got a mentorship, he's clearly not like he's not making millions from his course. He's
Yeah,
obviously doing it for
absolutely not.
something. Like
I make pennies to be honest from this in comparison to trading
if
and
you put the amount of time you put into it, I bet you make less money an hour than you would from a normal job.
probably, bro. Based on obviously how much I charge, it's not too much at all in comparison to
I
like
think
these
it's
gurus.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah, gurus. Most guys in the online space they charge like 10K even upwards of that
Yeah,
for one-to-one mentorship and one-to-one access. And the amount of calls that we've hopped on, it probably does calculate to probably less than an average minimum
yeah,
wage or something like
literally.
that. And that's completely fine with me because I always got into the coaching space without the intent of trying to rinse people out. I got into the coaching space with the intent to actually help guys who were in my position when I was starting out because I had no guidance. The guidance I did have didn't get me to where I wanted to go. So then I became
Yeah,
stubborn, reluctant on, seeking help elsewhere. And there wasn't really anyone who I could go to, that was affordable or trustworthy. So that's why I
yeah,
thought there's a gap in the market there for someone who's actually real, actually cares about their students because you can see the relationships not only me and you have but that I have with all the guys. We're kind of like a little family.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
literally.
yeah,
Like
the
when I
network.
think of hopping on call with you, it's like, oh, I'm speaking to my mate Frankie again, not I'm speaking to my mentor that's stealing my money.
Yeah,
You know
literally,
what I
bro.
mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
And that creates that level of like, you know, togetherness where we can actually get you to where you want to go because you're coachable, bro.
yeah,
That's the flip side to it. It's not like we hop on this call as mates and, I tell you to do something or I tell you to implement something and you like treat me as a friend. No, it's still
yeah,
like the level of authority, but at the same time you understand that, if you come to me for advice, I'm going to be there to help you. I'm going to be there to support you. You can drop me a message whenever. I'm pretty quick with messages,
yeah,
whenever you've got a
definitely.
problem or anything. So yeah, bro, absolutely. Now, based on that, brother, like what would you like exactly say in terms of the expectations that you had before joining me? Would you say they've been met? Would you say you've seen growth since before you started with me?
What the expectations of what I was expecting from the group?
Yeah, so like before you obviously got started with me, you probably had some expectations that you wanted to get out of, out of
Oh, what
working with
like
me.
my results? My
Yeah.
results.
And would you say like
Um,
based on before you got started with me, have you seen kind of the results that you would have wanted in terms of the growth?
oh yeah, 100%. I mean, in the first sample lot, well, I've done good, and like I've done. I
Smashed
was
it.
never doing that beforehand. Like I said
Yeah.
beforehand, it's just like, oh, you know what a fair value gap is, you know what this and that is, and then you just. But because you don't have a
Yeah.
set plan, you never
Yeah.
know what you're doing. It's just sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, but you can't control it.
Yeah. And bro,
Whereas
your
now I've got
results.
a fixed plan.
Yeah, a fixed trading plan that not only is fixed, it's actually very simple to follow.
Yeah, it's
Would you
not.
agree?
You can find like yeah, it's not. It's not a hard strategy at all. Anyone can do it if you do what you say to do.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. I made it super simple for that reason.
mm,
Like too many people nowadays, and a lot of that's why the trading space is so fucked at the moment, is because too many coaches are trying to implement this indicator, this strategy,
mm,
this PDH, this inverse, this all these random names that a lot of the time I don't even keep up with or know nowadays, just as a marketing tool to like get people addicted to kind of the chart work and thinking that technicals and the chart work is everything. Technicals and chart work is a minor fraction of what it actually takes to become profitable. And you probably realize that.
100%.
Like we
Yeah,
don't
100%.
do all these fancy chart markings out at all. Like we
No,
don't,
not at all.
no.
It's simple.
We have a simple trading plan, simple strategy, and it's the very same, trade that we execute on a consistent basis. Same risk to reward model. So the risk management's there. Every single trade, two risk to reward, you can't go wrong. It's not like you can make
Yeah.
an emotional decision and close your trade out early because you know to hold it to take profit regardless. Uh,
That's what I like about it is when I enter the trade because it's a fixed 1 to 2. It's like, well, no, none of this. I don't do break even and that. It's like I trust my strategy. If it plays out, it wins, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But either way, my strategy is
Yeah, and that's the most
right.
consistent approach you can have to the market, bro, because it just eliminates the emotional decision making entirely.
Yeah,
So,
literally. I think
yeah,
trading, the biggest thing to trading is well, it's not the charts itself. Like it's not hard. Like you said, it's not hard to learn a strategy. It's well, sticking to your plan,
yeah,
not risking too much, not over trading,
yeah,
well, everything like
yeah,
that, really.
a lot of psychological, barriers to break, and that's exactly what we work on when we do
Yeah,
the samples. Now, leading on to the samples, absolutely smashed it. We're moving you on to the next stage in the three-step process
yeah.
now. How do you feel, bro? You
Well,
excited?
I'm fucking gassed. Yeah, I'm gassed. I'm actually excited now. Like, I'm
Yeah,
fucking gassed.
that's
Like,
great.
I
You
just
should
can't
be.
wait to get some money, and I'm just gonna put on my story like fuck everyone. Gonna be sick,
Yeah,
lad. I can't
fair
wait. I
enough.
can't wait.
Yeah, fair enough. Each to their own, bro. But you've deserved it. To be fair, you based on the results. Obviously, I've sent the journal over to you. We've done 20
Yeah,
trades, 9 wins, 11 losses. I believe I calculated it to be. Let me just double check because I don't want to
I
mess
think
up the
it's
numbers.
12, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a 45% win rate, which is for your first ever sample, bro, is amazing. 45%
Yeah,
win rate, as we discussed, having a two risk to reward. If we can up that even a little bit, so in total, 45% win rate is a 7R. So you're up 7R, okay?
yeah.
Which is, let's say
That's good.
7R, bro, that's phenomenal. Seven.
On a big enough
Yeah,
account,
on a big enough account. That's even on a
that's
hundred
way.
thousand pound account, bro. Like a standard £100,000 funded or a £50,000 funded, bro. That's insane results. And for that level of consistency on your first ever account,
Yeah,
that's the great thing. It's not like,
yeah,
you've
100%.
blown a few accounts to get to this level. It's your first ever one.
Yeah,
You know
literally,
what
I've
I mean?
done it in the first 20 trades. Like,
Yeah, first 20 trades, which shows that, you're executing the same plan. Consistency is there.
yeah,
We've been tracking it every single week. So each and every week, you've literally just been getting better. The results have been getting better. So that win rate is only going to go up leading into the live. I assume you'll be at 60 by the
100%.
end of the live, 60% win rate by the end of the live account, bro.
I reckon I could have got it a bit better. Obviously, the other call we had, I said about I've taken some trades, but I didn't close them out, even though I knew that even though I thought something was wrong.
Yeah.
Obviously, now I know to. I reckon I could have definitely got it to like a 12 to 8 wins.
Yeah, and that's
Do you know what I
ideal.
mean?
That's what we're aiming for. Like the cool having an 80-90% win rate is oh fancy, blah blah blah. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, bro, we don't focus on trying to squeeze as much out of the markets as we can. We focus on actually making consistent payouts. And
Mm.
consistency comes from just being like literally consistent, executing the same, risk to reward, same plan all the time, and even having a 60% win rate is great for making consistent payouts. Most traders
100%.
can't even, all these guys trading, would you say like insane risk to rewards of like 1 to 5, 1 to 10s is just washed. Their win rate's like super low.
Yeah, you don't need to do well. You don't. What you need the extra 2R for? You get
Yeah,
it in the next trade. Do
literally.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
And,
just
and they
chasing
need them
a
just to
bigger
blow,
risk.
yeah, blow accounts because they're chasing big
Yeah,
wins.
literally.
Yeah,
It's
100,
not worth it.
nah, 100%, bro.
What's the buy like?
Dubai's great, bro. Yeah,
Is it sick?
Dubai, yeah, Dubai. I mean, it's proper quiet at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah, proper quiet. Obviously, a lot of people have moved out because of the
Yeah.
bombs that are going on.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
I haven't seen or heard anything.
So you've moved in, haven't you?
I've moved in, mate. Send me into the
Yeah.
battlefield. Do you know
You're
what I mean?
chasing the war, mate.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Like I'm on that 100%. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the media. It's the same thing that happened with COVID and everything. It's just like media, you know, you got to be
Make it
careful who
worse
you
than
get
it
your
is.
information from. I knew before coming out here I had nothing to worry about and it's completely fine. So yeah, but
Yeah.
it's nice that it's quiet. Everyone's moved out. It's also Ramadan, so that's another reason why it's probably quiet. The streets are quiet and stuff.
Mm.
So no traffic, places aren't busy, so
Yeah.
perfect,
It's
really
like,
time to be out here, to be honest with you,
you
bro.
gonna rent a nice car or anything, or you're not really
That's in the
bothered for it.
books. You'll see that
Is
coming.
it?
Yeah, that's in the
Yeah.
books. Yeah.
What are you getting, or do you not know yet?
Um, we're still deciding, but we're thinking of just starting off with a G-Wagon.
Yeah,
G-Wagon.
yeah, just a little standard G wagon, you
Yeah,
know what I
just a
mean? Yeah,
standard G-Wagon, yeah, for a day,
yeah,
Friday.
little
We
minor
think
thing.
having it for the weekend. So yeah, can't go wrong. Yeah,
That's
can't
gonna
go
be
wrong.
fucking sick, lad.
Yeah, can't wait, bro. Yeah, so in terms of like off the chart as well, though, 100%, I feel like you've started to level up in your personal life based on the calls we've been having. We've had a lot of
Mm,
mindset talks in terms of just like holding yourself accountable outside of charts, right?
100%. Yeah, I mean, that's another big thing with trading though. Is I'm glad that I've started it because it's changed like the way I think about near enough everything. Well, everything I think about has changed because of trading for the better.
Yeah, you've had a complete
A
mindset
lot
shift. I
better.
remember when I had that when I first started trading as well.
It's
I
completely mental.
yeah, became obsessed with personal development.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally personal development. That's
personal
all I care
development.
about now.
Yeah, becoming the best version of yourself. And that's something I feel like we're working on together. Like, and I've seen improvements, bro. You haven't missed the London session in a while.
Yeah, I've been up. I swear down. Yeah, I haven't been up like before that week when I was proper consistent. I swear on my life, I was probably getting up at like 12 every day. I was just a
Yeah, me too.
lazy shit. Not that I thought, yeah, I'm doing it, but I'm not. I was not putting 100% in, and then I just woke up. I was like, nah, actually, I need this to work. Or I'm not gonna make it through life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
it.
live normally, so I got to make it work.
And then you just obviously went all in on that. And then now we're here, bro. Absolutely
Yeah,
smashing it, moving on to
100%.
phase two now.
Well, I mean, in them 2 weeks that I've actually been like proper locked in with it, it's been the best 2 weeks
And
throughout the
that's no
whole
coincidence,
three, four
bro.
months I've been in.
Yeah, that's no coincidence. The universe genuinely rewards people who show that they are willing and show that
Yeah,
they actually
100%.
want it. And that's everything I've had in my life has come off the back of me dedicating myself. Anytime I've
That's
fallen
funny you
off,
say that, to be fair.
yeah,
A
anytime
lot
I've
of things
fallen
that
off,
have happened now are like,
yeah.
I can, like, it makes sense for why certain things are happening, all in
Yeah.
like due timing and that.
All due timing, bro, and you just got to trust the process. If you do, I've heard a few people say this in the online space and whatever before, and you maybe heard it yourself. But if you genuinely do everything you're supposed to do, I've never met a person who's woken up on time every day, did their morning routine every day, hit the charts, studied enough, placed the trades according to their trading plan, did everything right, and not seen the results.
Yeah,
It's the guys who convince themselves, and I did it for a long period of time, hence why I only got my financial freedom 3.5 years after I started my journey, is because I was convincing myself and brainwashing myself that I was doing enough and I was deserving of
yeah,
it.
that's literally
But
what I was doing. Yeah,
but really I wasn't. And it took me so long to realize that, upon reflecting on my results and where I am and the age factor we spoke about in our last call, when I was like, I'm getting older, it's scary. You know, the
Yeah.
fact that I'm getting older is driven me to actually look at my life choices and realize that some of these aren't serving me, and maybe I'm not doing as much as I thought I was. And then that's when
Mm.
I just, hit that
Leveled up.
next level because I decided to just, completely do a 360, well, not 360
Yeah.
or 180 or whatever it is, the expression is, to
Yeah.
actually
I know
get
what
to
you're
where I want
saying.
to go, just catapult myself.
Yeah.
And you're doing the exact same thing right now, and you're doing it early because you've had
Yeah.
someone there to give you that pre-warning, bro, because you're 18 right now. By the time you're 19, 20, you're going to be far ahead of where I was at that age because you're starting now. I was still going
Yeah.
clubbing. I was still, doing some degenerate shit, if I'm being honest, at 18, even 19 and 20. Bro, I broke my jaw at 19. I broke my jaw at 20. And that was all off the back of doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. Both times I was drunk. So,
Yeah. It
the
only
fact
ends
that,
up with karma.
yeah, that's karma. And to be honest, I deserved it because I knew
Yeah.
better. I just never did better. And that's the definition of delusion, wanting results, but you're just not reflecting it in the work you're actually putting in and the
Yeah.
habits you have.
100%.
So yeah, I'm glad we've got you on track with that, bro.
Yeah.
100%
I'm
glad we got
glad
you on
too.
track.
I'm glad too.
And then we're gonna absolutely get you killing it on the live account now.
Now I'm on real money. It's like I know I was doing something before, but now it's like, well, now I'm actually doing something. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Even if it's a fiver win, I don't care, mate. It's a fiver or more than what I had, innit?
five or more than what you had. And obviously,
Literally.
the goal is to, on the live,
It's
continue
not
with
to
the
make money,
consistent.
is it, really?
No, it's not. The goal on the live, I tell everyone this, is phase two's about proving to yourself not only that what works on a demo works on a live, but proving to yourself you
Mm.
can continue to stay consistent because confidence is directly correlated to your results in trading. That's what people don't realize. The fact that people are still taking funded challenges, the fact that people are still blowing live accounts and they think they can figure it out themselves. What they don't realize is every blown account is digging yourself a deeper, deeper hole that's harder to get out of. And that's exactly what I did. I thought I could do it myself. I kept digging, I kept digging, I kept blowing accounts, and that just puts you so far down, it's almost unrecoverable. Now, nothing's unrecoverable, but most people will quit. They don't have the mental
Yeah,
toughness to go through years of losing and trying to climb their way back out of the hole that they've dug themselves in. But I'm seeing so many guys decide to, instead of seek help and invest in a mentor or invest in someone to get them to the next level, just continue spending money on funded accounts. And the more they lose, the more they're further down and further from where they want to go.
and it
Whereas they're
starts
here right
making you
now.
doubt yourself as well.
Exactly. And it's all about confidence. Trading is about confidence. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to execute your plan confidently. And if you don't execute your plan confidently, you're going to be emotional. You're going to maybe hesitate on trades because you're not
Mm.
confident in the setup, because you're not confident in that it's going to be a winning trade,
Yeah,
etc. You may take rash decisions. You may, get in too early on trades out of FOMO, etc. And they're all factors of having low confidence. When you know what you want, you have conviction, then it's simple, bro. It's literally simple.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
100%.
I think before I joined the group, the mental,
Yeah.
I've probably lost about 2.5 to 3 grand on funded accounts, like signal
Oh,
groups,
yeah.
live accounts. Like that's dark. But I think that's why
Yeah.
I'm not asked about spending money on a mentorship because like what the thing is like, all right, so what? You don't spend however much it costs. What are you going to do with that money? It's not going to change your situation. So you can either give it a go. It's either going
Yeah.
to work or it doesn't. So you're going to be in the same position anyway and make your money back, or
Yeah.
you're going to invest that money and make more money back. So it's a
Yeah.
win-win. That I see that as a win-win.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
know what I mean?
100%. Investing in yourself has no downside, regardless. Now, whether whoever it is you invest in don't fulfill, it's the if you don't go after it, you never know. You don't know what's on the other end of taking that step. Do you know what I mean? If you don't shoot, you're never going to
Yeah.
score, and that's it. That's the
I think
kind of
that
thing.
that was the big thing for me as well. Like the first bit of money I spent on trading was HS's Signal Group, probably what everyone starts trading with, innit? And then
Well, I
once I
started with
spent that
signals, but
money,
he wasn't around back then. Yeah.
yeah, once I dropped that money, I was like, well, I'm not gonna. Why would I quit trading now? Because it's basically like owing me 300 quid that I
Yeah.
can never get back if I quit. So why
Yeah.
would I? Why
Yeah.
would I do that?
That's it, bro.
So I mean,
I mean, that's crazy because your journey pretty much resonates with hundreds of thousands of people out there right now, including myself. My journey started with signals, then funded accounts, blowing it all until, I was reluctant and I spent 5 years trying to figure it out myself, or 3.5 years before I became profitable. Because I decided to be stubborn, and that's my biggest
Mm.
regret. Because,
But think
money's
how
one,
many,
yeah, money's one thing you can get back, bro, but time isn't
literally,
something you can get back. So what people don't realize is when it comes down to investment and investing in themselves is, okay, yeah, financially, okay, it's an investment. Okay, but the price of not investing that, whatever it is, 1,000, 1.5 thousand, whatever it is, into yourself is going to be so much more, because not only is it, like you said, you blew thousands on funded accounts before you got started with me, but also it's months, if not years, like myself,
years.
that you're never going to get back because you decided
Exactly.
that you was the bollocks and could do it yourself. And that's my biggest regret, my biggest takeaway. Would you kind of recommend it to anyone else? Would you recommend anyone else starting
The
out?
group chat or the
Well,
mentorship, sorry, not
yeah,
group
yeah,
chat.
group chat. Yeah, let's get in a group chat. What's up?
Yeah.
A little
No,
Telegram.
mentorship. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think you had my mate Dill messaging you about it because I said to him like he's just started trading like completely, so I was like, get your head around it a bit and then get involved in the mentorship. It'll be a lot better for you once you actually have a clue about the
Yeah.
markets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, funny you say that. I've actually had the conversation with him. And I feel what you're saying there, but honestly, that's kind of backwards. If,
Really?
that's like for me going to the gym, right? Knowing that I'm a beginner, knowing that I know nothing
Mm.
about the gym. There's a PT in the gym that literally knows everything about the gym. And I'm going to say
And
to
you
that
don't have to, so
PT,
you know.
yeah, I'm going to say to that PT, hold on, fella, let me go and spend a few months learning all the exercises. And then once I've
Yeah.
learned all the exercises, I'm going to come to you and you can help me.
Yeah, I do know that makes more sense now. I mean, I was more saying it for your sakes because I can imagine trying to teach someone that barely knows what a candlestick is can be
I've
quite
done it
annoying. Do you know what I
before.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
some of the
three,
guys are
four
so,
months in, I can't.
yeah,
Everything kind of clicked, and you're like, oh, you know what this is, you know what that is, and then it's like, I
yeah,
don't know. It just seemed a bit easier, but yeah,
yeah. No, I
but yeah, I
appreciate that,
definitely
bro.
recommend it.
Yeah,
1,000,000%.
yeah, that's good.
Like, yeah, definitely. I've not left a review yet. I'm waiting until well, whatever the end of it, and then I'm going to leave a proper review.
Way a sick review, yeah,
Yeah,
proper one.
yeah,
Yeah, well, we'll get you there, bro. We'll 100% get you there. I appreciate you
yeah,
hopping on the call, bro. I'm gonna end the
yeah.
recording.
That's all right.
But yeah, I appreciate you hopping on the call, and let's kill it, bro.